All right, now I've walked around to the back, and this little key, it's the only round one, it's used to lock the kitchen in the back. So let me show you. You turn these, sorry, make sure I'm doing it the right way. Turn, and you just flip it closed, and then if you want to lock it, you turn, and now it's locked. Frankly, I very rarely lock the kitchen, just have not run into that as an issue where I'm camping, but it is possible to do. All right, this is the refrigerator or freezer. It will go down as low as 0 degrees. So temperature control is right here, and you can get it way down to 0, or you can bring it up to a higher temp, like closer to 40 or so, like a refrigerator. A lot of times we keep it just above freezing temperature and use it as a refrigerator, but if you're going to use it for storing things that need to be frozen, it can do that as well. Don't worry about the compressor speed or battery protection modes. Here is where a fuse is. We've never had the fuse go out, but if it does go out, there is a replacement fuse in the blue bins, and I'll show you those later. As this says here, if you see an error, just unplug and then plug it back in. Occasionally, this will give an error code. It doesn't happen a lot, but if it does, here's where you can just unplug and plug it back in, and that should fix anything that goes wrong with it. Let's see. Yeah, if it's not working, of course, also always make sure that it is plugged in. Sometimes this can get loose when you're traveling back roads, so that's just something I check every once in a while. Another thing, just pay attention. There's 2 magnetic hooks here. They can be taken off and moved. You'll see, yeah, I'll show you in a minute what they can be used for, but we just put 2 magnetic hooks there. Okay, so to slide this out, it needs both of these to be pushed down, slide it out, and then, here I'm gonna try and get a little bit wider view. Always make sure you've slid out enough that you can at least go that far out. It's possible to even come out further. Let me just, there we go. I need to set this down while I push down both of these at the same time. Okay, so I had just pushed on both those again to get it to the next one back. And what that does, it lets this go a little bit further back there instead of being blocked by this. But just totally your choice. It actually can even slide out a little bit further if you need it to. But other than that, you just lock both of these with that latch, and then as you put this in, you will have to push the blue handles in again, and then push it all the way up until you hear it lock, and then it's locked in place. Let's see. This is just miscellaneous. There's 2 towels in here. There's dish soap, Advil, some spray-on oil for cooking, and hand soap, and then a small first aid kit right here. Further back in there is an additional battery. That's just being charged by the trailer. If you end up needing it to charge up something or phones, or feel free to undo it. There is a little, well, once you pull out this stuff, you'll see it's just a simple cord that holds it in place. We don't use it for much. It's more of a backup, but it is there if you do want to use it. I'm just going to set these towels right back there. Oh, here is a lighter for lighting. You'll need that for lighting the stove, which I'll get to. Okay. Here, a few things to pay attention to. This is your dish drying rack, and then the white thing is the water tank. And it's hard to see in this light, and also because it's full, but as that drops down in water level, you can look at it, sometimes push on the trailer a little bit to make it wave back and forth a little, and you'll see where your water level is. Again, because it's full right now, it's hard to see. Now, if you want to use the 110 outlets, like I had mentioned, you will need to first turn on the inverter, and then you just take the plug that's here, plug it in to itself. And what it is, just this yellow is coming directly off of the inverter up front. And then you just put this in, plug it, and now you've got the trailer plugged into the inverter. So you just think of this household plug as the trailer. That's the incoming electricity for the trailer. It's what I have plugged into the household when we're charging it up. And then this yellow is coming from the inverter. Also, again, for troubleshooting, there are fuses here, and I have extra fuses. We have never had a fuse go out on anyone, so I doubt it's going to happen, but just want you to be aware of it.